Good Friday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our Friday market wrap-up here at Top Gun Options. Matthew Buckley, my call sign is Wiz, and take a look at the week that was, folks. Absolute insanity, man. Up, down, all over the place on bank failures, on volatility, on drones getting knocked down over the Black Sea. Over $20,000 in profitable trades this week here at Top Gun Options. Nearly 10 winners and one loser. I had one bad S&P snipe yesterday afternoon right into the close, and it went against me. Made up for it today with a $4,438 winner. Today, our S&P 500 trades are up nearly $6,000, folks. So nearly 20 or just over, let's just say 20-ish $1,000 in profitable trades covered this week, free, open to the public. Men lie, trades don't. If you don't believe any of this, go to the replay page. You can go watch everything we did this week. Go.topgunoptions.com/FT, that stands for full throttle, -replay. Don't give you 1,000 PowerPoint slides, death by PowerPoint. Hey, sign up and take a look at all the stuff I did in the past on these PowerPoint slides. I opened up the doors and I showed you all of this live. We have, I think by me shooting this video, one or two full throttle, just a handful, a couple full throttle slots left. Go.topgunoptions.com/FT, that stands for full throttle, -hunters. Remember, this is the best deal. The full throttle annual, only $29.95 for a year. Hell, that was one trade today, folks. One S&P 500 trade right here, $4,400. $4,400. That was a year and a half of a full throttle membership in one trade today. Okay, that's the best deal. But if you want to check out what we do in our full throttle training program and get access to our Hunters self-directed investment squadron, try this out for a couple months. Only $497 a month, right? And essentially you got, a year of that paid for with one S&P 500 today. But don't stay in here forever. As a businessman, I'd love you here to stay in here forever. As Wiz, who wants to put the ladder down and help you, try it out for a couple months in here. And then just shoot us an email. Hey, I'd like to upgrade into the Hunters and save some money. That's a great plan. Now, Wiz, I still want to make sure you're not a complete idiot, so I want to hang out for a couple months. It's only $295 a month. It's funny because people are like, hey, is there a free trial? Yeah, there was. This entire week was free, and I'm done. I'm not a charity. I run a charity. I'm not a charity. So it's $295 a month if you want to get airborne and just keep checking things out with what we do here in our full throttle training. Quick reminder, when you get airborne, you have got to go watch your full throttle training, folks, okay? And I'll make sure, and if you're not ready for any of that stuff and you just want to check out our solo Amazon service where you're ready for it? Only trade Amazon, it's only $97 a month, folks. It's a gateway drug to see what we do here at Top Gun Options. You can save 25%-ish on an annual membership at $897. So I'll put these links on our YouTube channel in the description of this video and also in the email that I send out to the Top Gun Options database. Again, folks, men lie, trades don't, and I showed you how to do all of this stuff live this week. Okay. Real quick. I mean, I just got back from doing my podcast. It'll drop Tuesday. It's awful. It was an awful week, but obviously it was a very profitable week, but awful week with the bank bailouts, with, Ukraine and everything that's going on. Things are going to get worse. This was not a hard week of trading. If you're looking at a lot of losses this week, you clearly don't know what you're doing. We do. I told you, and last week when I was in Washington, we closed like a S&P 500 trade for about 15 grand. One trade, I think it was about a week-long trade that made 15 grand on limited risk. Limited risk. Okay? The bear put spread was like 12 grand, and the bear call spread on top of it was like 3. I said we'd implode, we'd bounce, and we'd implode again. What did we do? Exactly what I said we'd do. And we're going to go even lower still. We have a June trudge on that's keeping us nice and safe. And I'm excited. I am so happy. Well, I was about to say I'm so happy with where we are. I'm not. I'm furious with where we are. So Janet stumbling, yammering around, testifying in front of the Senate. This guy from Oklahoma is like, so what about one of my regional banks? Oh, well, we sit on a committee and we'll decide who's a systemic bank that needs to be bailed out. Oh, so we bail out limousine liberal donors from Silicon Valley. That's it. Oh, and by the way, who else do we bail out? Turns out that the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, nearly 14 billion. SVB reportedly has an estimated 14 billion in uninsured or uncovered foreign deposits. So not only are we bailing out Wall Street, once again, we're bailing out foreigners. You happy with that? You good? You love bailing out the CCP, folks? So the senator, Senator Rubio from the great state of Florida said, hey, man, the U.S. government must ensure that hostile foreign adversaries must not benefit from the collapse of SVB. Well, they already said they would. We're going to back all the depositors at SVB. Even the Chinese Communist Parties who was infiltrating California, Fang with Congressman Swallowwell. Yeah, sure, we're going to bail out our enemies with regular Americans. Isn't this great? Unbelievable, folks. So, I'm stealing thunder from my podcast. Listen to my podcast on Tuesday. I'm heading to Aspen. Going to Aspen tomorrow with the wife, the kids, our annual spring break trip. Our annual ski trip. I take one vacation a year, folks, and that's it. I work, and I'll be working next week, too. I'll have for all my Lifetime members, I'll have my GroupMe app on my phone. I can sit on the chairlift and be blasting out trades. So that's why the Lifetime membership is the best deal. Right underneath that is obviously the Hunters. That's the second best deal, and then the regular Full Throttle folks and Solo Amazon after that. But I never not work, folks. Trust me. But next week, Goose, American Captain F-16 dude, and a hell of an options trader. He's going to be doing 2 briefs while I'm gone next week. But I'm sure he's going to cover this because guess what's happening next week when I'm in Aspen? The Fed. What is Jerome Powell going to do next week? Well, if you talk to the fools on Wall Street, he can't raise rates. He's done. In the past couple days, like $150 billion, the Fed, QT, quantitative tightening is over with. The Fed's already pumping. It's over. Capitalism has failed. You know why? Because we haven't tried it. Capitalism without failure is Christianity without hell. Banks needed to be able to fail. I said it in 2008 in the Chicago Board of Trade, the Chicago Board Options Exchange. I'm saying it again now. Nobody's listening. And the dude, Congressman Barney Frank, him and Dodd, Senator Chris Dodd, allegedly in 2008, we will never do this again. Here's a bunch of regulations to prevent Americans from bailing out Wall Street. And that dude, when he retired from being a congressman, went to Signature Bank in New York and was on the board. And that bank is out of business now. So the dude that wrote the laws went to a bank that failed. You can't make this shit up, folks. Anthony Scaramucci, Bill Ackman, all these limousine liberals on Wall Street this week were wanking like stuck pigs. You got to bail us out. Oh, I got it. So you privatize all your profits, right? You guys make all the money, and then when you fail, we got to eat it. It's a disgrace. I've had it with these people, man. Well, all right. That's a little taste of what my podcast is going to be on Monday. But, folks, we're closing the doors. I'm done. I can't do any more. How's this portfolio doing year to date? This one's up about over 50 grand. I think we started this week. This one was at about 40. Incredible year-to-date performance here at Top Gun Options. I can't do any more. I can only open the doors, show you exactly what we're doing live, and then I close the doors. Whether you join or not is on you. If you want to give us a little bit of a test flight, like I said, do the monthly. It's only $295 a month, $497 for the Hunters, and you get access to Full Throttle stuff, and then obviously the annual. You get Hunters and an annual, and it's a great discount. Like I said in the email, I'll put all these links in here so you don't have to sit here and pause the video. Just go it. Here's what you're going to do next week, though. For everybody who's signed up this week, underneath member content, you got to go to Full Throttle. While I'm in Aspen, you need to watch all 8 training videos, from this is a call, this is a put, this is the stock market, full throttle session 1, 2. I take a building block approach. Session 3, covered calls, cash secured puts, bearish spreads. Folks, you have to do this. You have got to do your training up here at the top. You click on workbooks and manuals, download the workbooks and the manuals, and start reading them. Primary, intermediate, and advanced. Print them out, read them, or just leave them on your computer and read them. Also, make sure you have the OPCL, the options pocket checklist, and the trade plan good to go, because when I get back in a week, it is go time. Well, it's always go time, and I'll be blasting out trades from Aspen. I might do a couple video updates, so make sure I'm bringing my laptop and all that stuff. So like I said, I'm never not working, but if you'll allow me to take a little bit of a break and go skiing with the kids and stuff like that, I'd appreciate it, okay? Again, links are going to be in the email. Links are in the video on YouTube here. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page too, and so you can get updates. Oh, I'll also put in the email. This is me and Jesse Gould from Heroic Hearts in Washington last week. At the 1 hour and like 11 or 12 minute point is when Jesse and I start talking. So I'll put this link as well. If you want to watch what I had to say last week in Washington, you can watch it here, because apparently it went over pretty well, and I appreciate all the kind words. All right, I got to go. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. Fights on. Namaste and basi basi.